Good morning everyone. Now I am going to teach you community ecology chapter. In the last class we studied about quadrat method, and today let us discuss the transect method and point frame method. In the transect method, a line of suitable length and breadth is constructed across the community to be studied, and it is used as sampling unit. The sampling unit may be a thin line or a stripe, belt or a bisect. First one, line transect method. If the sampling unit is a thin line, it is called line transect. What are the advantages? Line transect is used to study the frequency and cover area of species. It is mainly used to study the grassland. Here in the image you can observe a thin line is plotted in the forest cover. So by that we can calculate in the forest the tree species are counted, in the grassland the grass species are counted. This is the line transect. Second one, belt transect method. If the transect has suitable length and breadth is called as transect. What are the difference? In the line transect a thin line is plotted, but in the belt transect a line of suitable length and breadth means in between the two lines there is a divider. A long belt is usually divided into number of small units to study the vegetation easily. This is belt transect. Next is the bisect transect or bisect method. The study of vertical and horizontal relationship among the plants growing in a community is called bisect transect. The plants are recorded first as an ordinary line transect, and a deep trench is dug near to the line to study the competition and associates among their roots. Means inside the soil we can study the competition and how the association is occur in between the roots. With the help of point frame, the communities are studied. Next to point frame method. So in the bisect method only we can study the association and competition among the roots can be studied. The point frame method was introduced by Leary and Madden in 1933, used to study the density of different species in the plant community. The point frame consists of a wooden frame with supporting legs. Here this is the image of point frame. The point frame consists of a wooden frame with supporting legs. The frame bears 10 holes which are found in a line which are at equal distance from the frame one another. A hole is inserted with 60 cm long pointer. You can observe the long pointer, whether it is triangle, round or star shaped is marked. The frame it is used at several observation pointers that are hit by the pointed ends of the pointers is recorded. In this method, frequency also calculated. This is about point frame method, and the quantitative analysis means the number of species can be counted. That is quantitative characters. Next come to the qualitative analysis of plant community. In the quantitative analysis, we studied about quadrat method, transect method and bisect method. But in the qualitative analysis of plant community, that involves physiognomy, phenology, variability, stratification, abundance, sociability and vitality. The qualitative analysis of plant community, it involves parameters such as physiognomy, phenology, stratification, abundance, sociability, vitality and growth vigor. The characters which cannot be measured easily in the field are qualitative analysis of plants. Next come to the first one, physiognomy. It is the general appearance of vegetation as determined by the growth form of dominant species. Means, example, in the forest the larger trees can be found, but in the grassland only the grasses, the dominant species are grasses, and in desert there is a scrub plants and date palm plants can be seen. That is the general appearance of vegetation which is filled with the dominant characters. Next is phenology. The life history involves seed germination, vegetative growth, flowering, fruit formation, seed maturation, leaf fall, seed dispersal and death of the plant. That is the life cycle of the plant. Here phenology means a study of the date and time of occurrence of event or calendar of events in the life history of plant is called as phenology. From the life cycle involves from the seed germination up to the death of the plant. That is called phenology. The diagrammatic record of calendar of events of the plant is called as phenograph. Here, ecologists find the phases or seasons in the annual cycle are pre-vernal, vernal, estival, estivation and autumn season. Means in the yearly comes the spring season, summer season, autumn and winter. Throughout the year, what are all the environmental changes occurs is divided into 6 phases. Next is variation. Here, 2 types of variation is occurs in the environment. First one is abiotic variability. The cyclic changes in temperature, moisture and wind speed. Means what are all the environmental factors that causes the variation is called as abiotic variability. Next is the biotic variability. The variation of flora. Flora means plants and fauna, that means plants that are influenced by immediate abiotic environment. Here the variation causes by the abiotic environment that found adverse effect on flora and fauna. That is called biotic variability. Next is stratification. The way in which the plants of different species are arranged in different vertical layers in order to make full use of available physical and physiological requirements. Means the soil condition will be varied from one place to other. So the soil which the plant which are suitable to that soil, then the plant can grow largely. So it is vertical layer in order to fulfillment the physical and physiological requirements. Means the adopted species are ground, that is called stratification. Next is abundance. The plants are not found uniformly distributed in area. They are found in smaller patches or growth differing in number at each place. In the quadrant method also we studied about the abundance, means the total number of species in which quadrant is occurred is divided by the total number of species. Here there is no all species are present in every places, but it is found in smaller patches or growth that is differing in number, that is abundance. It is divided into very rare, common, frequent and very much frequent plants based on the number of species, that is abundance. Next come to sociability or gregariousness. It expresses the degree of association between the plant species, means based on the occurrence of plant the sociability is decided. It is divided into S1 plant, S2, S3, S4 and S5 plant. The plant grows singly is called S1 plant. In the S2, the plants found in small groups. S3 found in small scattered patches. S4, the plants found in several bigger groups. Fifth one is S5, it is the pure population in the large area. Example, forest land. Next is kinds of sociability, means how the plants are depend on other plant and cooperate to the another plant. First one is interdependence, means the species are dependent to one another. It is divided into two types, interspecific and intraspecific. Interspecific interdependence means the dependence of the plant with different species. Next, intraspecific means in between the two species the dependence occur. Next come to the competition. Here the relationship between two organisms for their food, means struggle for we call it as struggle for existence because of the food and shelter. Next come to parasitism. It is the relationship between the two plants with one organism is parasite that is benefited and it kills the host plant. This one organism is depend on another organism, in that one is parasite, one is host plant. Here the parasite is only benefited and the host will kill. Next is symbiosis. Here the symbiosis means the example is lichens. Here the lichens are the two species are, one is algal component and another one is the fungal component, means the symbiotic association of algae and fungi that are both are benefited, that relationship is called as symbiosis. And next is the commensalism. Commensalism means the relationship between two organisms which one is benefited and other one without harming, means the host organism will not harm by the benefited one. Next is vitality, the capacity of normal growth and reproduction. That includes stem height, root length, leaf number, weight of flower, fruit and seeds. That is vitality, means the capacity for the normal growth and reproduction of the plant is called as plant vitality. This is about the qualitative analysis of the plant. Thank you.